What's up, Vaquero Nation? Tony, Fabian, and Ben here to recap UTRGV's first conference win in their inaugural season. It was at least a fun game from my perspective, and we'll talk about it here in a second. But first, I want to give a big shout out to Barrel House for hosting us for this podcast. Appreciate the hospitality. Barrel House is the official UTRGV football sponsor for watch parties for home and away games. So if you're not going to go to the game or the game is away, swing by Barrel House. Good food, good drinks, good people. Come spend some time here. So Barrel House, I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much.
Home cooking. Home cooking. This stuff is good. If you haven't come by, give it a shot. The drinks, bartenders, 100%. Hospitality, it's fantastic. Plus, they got a back room too. If it's too full, they open up that back room.
UTRGV's next game is October 18th on the road versus Lamar. And like I said, Barrel House is the official watch party, so we will be here watching the game. If you're not able to make it to an away game, come by here and spend some time with us. So
that's right.
Yeah, appreciate it. All right, so this past game, it was a 27-7 win for UTRGV against Houston Christian University. We've had a lot of support. We've had a lot of haters, a lot of doubters in the past 5-6 weeks, maybe even the past year and a half. I was pretty impressed by the game. You can say what you say about the competition of who we've played, but what was your all's impression of the outcome of the game, level of competition, execution, just overall impression?
I think obviously the outcome of the game is obviously what we wanted. But again, these games are not going to be easy anymore. And I think that's what it's going to be moving forward. It's not going to be blowouts anymore. They're going to be close games, even though 27-7 doesn't seem to be so close. But at the end of the day, it was definitely a close game. And I think this is going to be the norm from here on out.
Yeah, I think that Fabian's exactly right. So what happens now is preseason's over, and now we're playing real competition. Yeah. I mean, let me back that up.
We're playing conference games.
We're going to have so many haters hate some more. We're playing conference, and the conference is not that bad, right? So moving forward, from the start of yesterday, we got some competition, and I think that we came out, guns a-blazing, and we, when the dust settles, we're victors.
Yeah, I know this is now 6 games for the Vaqueros. We're now 5-1, which is a record most people thought we would not have at this point in the season, regardless of who we played. An inaugural team being 5-1 is pretty impressive. What most impressed you guys about the product on the field?
And I continue to say it, man. It's not even the product on the field, honestly. What I'm more impressed with is going to be the adjustments. That is the name of the game. With an inaugural team, with a first-year program, with a first-year, anything, they're adjusting very well, and their adjustments are working. And I think that's what's most impressive, that these coaches are able to adjust to whatever they're going through, because they don't know how these players are going to react to certain things. So they're able to adjust to them, and they've adjusted very well.
For me, I think that the biggest takeaway is going to be, you look at their starting offensive line, 6'4", 2 guys 6'4", 1 guy 6'2", 1 guy 6'3".
Yeah,
the center 6'1", big boys, huge boys, and we penetrated that line like it was just.
Yeah.
And again, kudos to the defense. I hadn't seen the defense play that well.
Yep.
Yesterday's defense was on point.
They were just imposing their will
Correct.
everywhere. And it wasn't just because of size. I feel like they had a defensive plan, and they were going to get to the quarterback. I think they recorded 6 sacks.
Correct.
Yeah. That was painful to watch from if you're a fan of HCU, but it was really impressive from UTRGV's perspective. Like, man, they're getting to the quarterback, and this is something we had not seen on a consistent basis from UTRGV. So that was the most impressive part.
And I think also it goes back to, not only that, but I'm seeing the front line, the front 4 or 5, whatever you want to call them. But not only that, but in the beginning, they were taking gashes, so they were running 10, 15, 12 yards, 5 yards, 8 yards, and then they adjusted to that, and they were getting this guy behind the line. And you can tell that, little running back was getting frustrated. Yeah. And they did it.
Yeah, and those who are not as familiar with what we have going on here, we have Coach Ben, who somehow has a direct line to the coaches. Everything he says and predicts, somehow they get word of it. And that was clear evidence when Marburger was running the ball like crazy.
Oh, yeah.
You were impressed last week and kind of surprised and shocked that he can scramble, and he did it again.
He did it again. He's probably saying, what did Ben say early on?
Coach Ben?
Coach Ben. Well, I'm going to tell you something. Didn't disappoint. same thing all over again.
Yeah.
He's moving his feet and he's airing it out when he needs to.
Yeah.
I'd like to see a little bit more of the running game, the actual running backs running.
Yeah.
So Coach Ben's gonna see what we can do to incorporate that
Yes.
coming week.
Let us
next
know.
week. Next week. We'll keep you posted.
Yeah.
2 weeks actually.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, man. I mean, and again, as impressive as Marburger was, I mean, and again, I don't know if you took heat this past week or not, but I think I'll take heat for this. I was honestly a little concerned. You know, he was missing a lot. He was missing a lot of good, you know, open routes, open passes, and he was also, and again, you know, I watch the game with my son all the time, and the reads were not there. You know, off the snap, you know, there were several times where I told my son Blake, I'm like, hey man, you know, that safety is over the top. Do not throw it there. That's where he threw it.
Triple
and it's
coverage.
Like those
pick.
pre-reads, man, were just not being there. So I think he was forced to use his feet. He was forced to use his legs. And again, it worked out.
Yeah.
So is this something that Bush is going to have to incorporate, or is it just okay, I have to do it now?
Yeah, and that's the positive side to having a dual threat quarterback.
100%.
Is when the arm's not there, the legs will be there.
Yep.
And one thing I don't think we've seen from Marburger yet is a game where he is firing on with his arm and with his legs. He's doing one or the other, which is okay, right? But the first 4 games, he's airing it out, and the running backs are getting all the rushing yards. The last couple of games, he's leading the team in rushing, and we're not airing it out like we used to. And I don't know if that's a strategic play by the coaches to kind of figure out what his strong suit is, and then going into the tougher games in the conference, we're going to maybe confuse the defense. I don't know. It could be strategic what we're seeing here, but the last 2 games he's been the leading rusher, and it's been a little bit interesting.
Yeah, and I think it's important to remember that we have running backs that can run.
Yep.
Yeah.
We have receivers that can. I mean, they're whistling down that field. Obviously, Marburger is Marburger. He's done, like you said, either he's passed very well or he's run very well.
Yeah.
So how do you prepare for the Vaqueros?
I love the fact that I'm sitting on the home side. After series don't go their way, I love watching Bush just on Marburger, man. Oh, my God. You know, he comes off a series, and I'm already looking at him like, oh, he's going to get ripped. And sure enough, man, Bush is giving him an earful. So, again, the coaching, it never stops. So I get a little bit of a different perspective from that side because I know, like, I wasn't planned. You know, so – and Coach Bush is trying to fix it.
Interception?
Yeah.
That was planned.
Oh, that was planned.
That was planned to throw him off the scent.
You're right. Okay.
And when Bush is tearing into Marburger, you can see a good athlete who's coachable.
Oh, heck
He's just
yeah.
looking at him, like taking it. All right, make the adjustments, move on. He's not there arguing with the coach.
Nope.
That's very impressive. And that's what a fifth-year redshirt senior would do.
100%.
Somebody who's been there, done that, lead the team, take criticism from the coach, and move on to the next play.
Yep.
So what excuses are we going to hear now from the haters?
I heard one already.
Okay.
I think it read, what did you expect from a team that had won one game?
Yeah, I read that one.
Come on.
I read that one.
It's conference, man. These guys are in conference.
Right. That's our schedule.
Yeah.
That's who we play.
We play who's in front of us.
That's right.
Yeah.
And no more. Well, that game was strategically scheduled by the AD. No, it wasn't. It's part of the conference.
Yeah.
And we're gonna roll with the punches 1 week at a time.
If it was strategic, they would have put it as game 1 in conference.
Right.
But we got Southeastern in game 1, which is a pretty stiff competition.
Which I will say, for me, I think that was the perfect time to play Southeastern.
Yeah.
Get it out of the way.
Yep.
Know what it is to play top notch.
Yeah.
And come back after a loss. Come back home after a loss. And take care of business.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the sad part, not the sad part, but the scary part is, again, I'm hearing it from different people, is that wasn't the toughest. You know, so I think these guys are definitely going to be feeling a lot bigger challenges coming forward.
I know Ben loves talking about the fans, but I noticed it this time. Is coming off of a loss, you would think we would have taken a little step back from the fans and the hype, but it was still there. The student section, the home section, away section, in the tailgate, in the corporate tailgate, in the student tailgate, it was still hype, which was impressive.
Yep.
Like, okay, coming off a loss, all right, UTRGV Vaqueros, it's done. And they were still there. They showed up. That was really cool to see all that.
Yeah, and you know, for the first time, I noticed the HCU fans, and so they were out.
Yeah,
there was several hundred of them. Which is now what I'm going to say next is anybody that's coming in from the visitors, come on by.
Yeah,
come on by. Stop at the Vaquero Up tailgate. Come check it out. we'd love to meet you.
Yep.
We'd love to meet you before we beat you. Can I say that? Can I say that? Or did I say? I said
you're
that.
a poet. You don't even know it, bro.
Yeah. Snap your fingers. That was nice. That was nice. And we did hear earlier that a Barrel House will be hosting some of the away teams that come in.
Correct.
So if you're an away team coming in to UTRGV to play, swing by Barrel House and then come by the tailgate as well.
Correct.
We've got open arms for everybody, whether you're from an away team, you hate us, love us, come spend some time with us. We're all here to cheer on a bunch of guys play football. So
100%,
just come on by. All right, so what are we thinking for next week versus Lamar?
It's a road game.
A bye game, right?
It's a bye week.
We got a week bye week this week. Next week we play on the road against Lamar, who is 4-1.
I don't know what the injuries look like. I did see several guys with just jersey tops, probably about 7 or 8.
Okay.
I didn't look that up. This week could be crucial for recovery.
I think so.
But it doesn't matter. I think Lamar still is, if not the toughest team, probably one just right there with Northeastern.
Yeah. Yep.
I think also that this was huge. This win was huge. We get some rest. We go into Lamar, and I think.
Here it comes.
Here we go. We pull this one off.
Wow.
21-20.
God, we're going predictions.
Man,
already.
damn! I was just talking about X's and
I-
O's. This guy's
I-
giving scores.
I had a dream last night.
Dream about
So
Lamar's
varsity
game in
blues.
2 weeks.
I will try my very best to keep our viewers updated. But right now I'm going 21-20 Vaqueros on the road.
Okay.
You know, I think before we get into
We're
we're jumping the gun here a little bit, but I think before we get into the predictions,
as because I smell the food in the background.
Yeah, that's what it is.
This guy smelled the food in the background.
You wanna
ready,
finish?
I'm ready to eat.
Trying to wrap it up.
so I looked a little bit into Lamar, man, and again, one of the biggest things, like I told Tony before, is looking into him. There was a pattern of them scoring a lot of points in the beginning, again, except for Texas State. But these last couple of games, they scored 24 or less.
Yep.
You know, so I don't know. There's injuries. I know their quarterback is a sophomore. Sorry, so he's a sophomore quarterback. He's a young quarterback. But what I am, a little worried about is that, again, I go back to the same thing. That front four, their down linemen are awesome, and not only that, their twos are just as good. So they have a very, very fresh and strong, front four. So going back to Marburger trying to run the ball and to strategically do it, it's going to be very difficult against a team like this because that is their specialty. So in my opinion, get ready for a gunslinging, type of game because I think both sides of the ball are going to struggle with the same thing.
With that being said, though, I think that our receivers come back a little healthier.
Yeah.
And I'm going to call it now. We air out the ball in Lamar.
Yep. Oh, 100%.
We air it out.
Maybe these past 2 games was just to throw them off the scent. They're going to get a rushing Marburger, and all of a sudden we go into Lamar, and they're going to start slinging it.
I think he's going to adjust, and he's going to have to.
Yeah. Something cools up our sleeves. I can feel it.
All right. Well, the way you were speaking, you were leaning towards it being tough for UTRGV.
Yeah.
What is your score prediction?
So because it's going to have to be a passing game, I honestly think it's going to be a high-scoring game.
Wow.
So I'm looking anywhere between 35-28.
Okay.
UTRGV pulling it off.
Man. Okay. Well, I hate to say this, but I'm leaning the other way. I do think this will be just as tough, if not tougher, than when they played Southeastern. And I know we're going to have a week extra of rest.
Yep.
And I do think it will be a high-scoring game. It will be a gunslinging game. But I'm going the other way, 35-28 Lamar. So I hope I'm wrong. I want UTRGV to pull this one off, but this is going to be another tough road game for UTRGV, and I don't think they will pull it off, but I sure hope they do.
I think we win 3 more games.
Of the remaining 6?
Of the remaining 6.
Okay.
If we can figure out how to get this one, we win 4 more games.
Yeah. If we pull this one off, it's very impressive.
I mean, we have to admit, man, these guys have been getting better and better, as every game comes by. I mean, not counting the first 4, but I think even from last week, man, these guys looked better. They looked more organized. They looked more veteran, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
These guys look good. And I will say this, man, Tony Diaz, even Tavion, Xavier, those guys are going to have to, and I truly think they're going to show up against Lamar.
Definitely a good time to get 2 weeks worth of rest. So, all right. Well, that's all I got, guys. I appreciate it. Barrel House, thank you so much for the hospitality. It's been great. In 2 weeks from now, swing by for the watch party versus Lamar. We will be here.
We will be here.
Celebrate rooting on UTRGV football, and we'll see you there. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much.